Welcome back to the show, everybody. We got a great one lined up for you today. Take a look at this while we run the headlines today. We're at $1.26 and moving on up. And right here, we're talking about BlackRock and Bitcoin. And boy, are you going to like the number they got. And Brian Armstrong in Coinbase News and former SEC chairman joins a $2 billion firm. Oh, the irony. Mainstream media and Gary Gensler, XRP price calls in the near term for $2 plus and an XRP Global Takeover? I'll tell you what, the only thing to do right now is to roll that beautiful intro.
This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at BackupBradley above at the top of the screen, and everything that we're talking about here, let's go ahead and just hit maybe later. $2.064 trillion market cap for cryptocurrency right now, and the money is pouring back into the space, more than 7% on the market cap for crypto, 47,000 plus for Bitcoin, 3,200 plus for Ethereum, $2.55 for Cardano, and XRP coming in at $1.26 right now. We were up 12% this morning, up 11% on the 24-hour. It says 22% on the 7-day, but we know, I think it's the 7 days actually closer. There was an article I covered this morning to 70, almost 75% on the 7-day. So let's go ahead and get into the news right now. We will be looking at price and some other things about long-term goals for XRP, which I am here for. This is Bitcoin Magazine. It says the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock, has taken a stake in Bitcoin mining, and they have allocated over $382 million to shares of Marathon Digital Holdings and Riot Blockchain. Now, let me tell you what, that's a serious position right there, and I think we all understand just how big BlackRock actually is. Crypto's here to stay when you see moves like that. That's at least from my personal perspective, not financial advice. Brian Armstrong from Coinbase says, we recently received board approval to purchase over $500 million of crypto on our balance sheet to add to our existing holdings. And we'll be investing 10% of all profit going forward in crypto. I expect this percentage to keep growing over time as the crypto economy matures. You know, again, you just saw BlackRock, one of the largest entities on earth with assets under management, take a huge position in Bitcoin holdings. And that's in a fund, right? But nevertheless, look at what they're doing. What do you think Brian Armstrong's is sending the message here of what he thinks crypto is going to do over the next several years? I think the answer is in his comments. Looking here, we see from Ant1 the irony after suing Ripple. Jay Clayton joins a $2 billion firm that supports XRP. You just can't make it up. Let's get down into this for a second. Oh, boy. All right. So he says, I share Fireblock's view that the digital asset custody requires. Actually, there's a spot up here I wanted to read. No, it is down here. Sorry about that, guys. So here we go. So he says, I share Fireblock's view that digital asset custody requires the same level of service as traditional custody, which is true, while also striving for better regulatory outcomes and security, certainty, and resiliency. I think the field of opportunities for bringing new technologies to our financial markets is amazingly wide and deep. Fireblocks is an Israeli-based cryptocurrency custodian that focuses on institutional users. It has seen explosive growth in recent months, revealing that its clients have shot up from 100 to 500 in just a few months. Since it launched in 2019, it has processed over $1 trillion in digital assets. Less than a month ago, it raised $310 million at a valuation of $2 billion from the firms such as Sequoia Capital and Stripes. It says Fireblocks boast a major global firm clients, including BNY Mellon, which is a partner to Ripple, eToro, Revolut, and Facebook's Diem stablecoin. Don't sleep on the Diem stablecoin either, ladies and gentlemen. And here is a very important 2-minute, 6-second clip from digital asset investor talking to the current SEC chairman, and he's got some other things for you to listen to too. Let's take a listen.
And yet the regulatory framework is still unknown. Tell me about the regulatory framework as you see it developing for crypto.
Well, I think parts of it are quite clear. if you're offering something to the public and they're looking at it to try to make a profit based on your efforts, that's most likely a security, and the Supreme Court's spoken about over the decades. Come in, talk to us, get registered.
And they want to invest into Ethereum. How can, first of all, how does that work? I mean, when you guys were going to launch in February, now it's been put
right.
forth, you know?
So it's not the launch that we have. So we are going to start the Ether pre-sale in a couple of weeks. So the Ether pre-sale will be an opportunity for anyone to purchase Ether. For Ether is the internal currency inside of the Ethereum system, sort of like the XRP and Ripple.
Now, is there a big window of opportunity for people to get in, or is there just like a one-day opportunity?
No, it's something we're thinking of. It might be 45 days, it might be 30, it might be 60 days.
Okay, so there's plenty of time.
Sort of an incremental thing, so the earlier you go in.
The earlier you get in, the better a price you get.
How he tested his core, 3-part test, but how he tested, did you give somebody money in anticipation of profits on their efforts? Now, usually there's a handful of people at the center of these XYZ project or ABC project. I'm not going to use names. There's usually a handful of entrepreneurs and technologists that, in effect, the investor is hoping those people do well. So that means anticipation of profits on the efforts of others. I think it's kind of just like reasonably clear. I would say very clear.
Well, there you have it. And it's anything but clear, because obviously from the clips that he put together, the question isn't the SEC Ripple lawsuit, is XRP a security? I think the larger question here is, how in the world did the SEC not find Ethereum as a security? That is the question. And there is the muddy water that makes everybody question, why is there a lawsuit against Ripple? Looking right here, we move forward. Here's another great point made by James Rule XRP. He says, which you can do this, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, link2.com is the real deal. Working with Uphold now, you can use your cryptocurrency. You could use your XRP to, in fact, buy and purchase Ripple stock. That's a fact, Jack. He asked the question here, if I buy Ripple on Link2 with XRP I have on Uphold, could XRP be a security, Gary Gensler? You know what I love about leaders? It's the ones that lead from the front, not the ones that lead from the back. Looking right here, Ripple price predictions are really, really popping today. As you see, price is actually responding today. I can't tell you to what, but it is moving, and I'm happy about it. And we're going to look at some long-term information that I think we should all at least consider before we get out of here today. But in the near term, we're seeing predictions for XRP in $2 in a very, very short term. And if you haven't seen this from this morning or Coins Kid video or channel, go like and subscribe to him. And he's saying if we get above this 135, we could be looking at a $2 plus XRP, just like the article I just showed you. So there is a lot of alignment when it comes to these technical analysts in this space. Crypto Bull is another one, and he even goes further to say, we are still not even close to the euphoria phase of this cycle. When we are there, he believes we will see 100% pumps in a single day. Man, oh man. And I don't have a problem with that at all. This is the one and only BitBoy right here, courtesy of DAI. Shout out to you. He says, XRP Global Takeover. I'm going to play this quick little less than 1 minute clip here, and I want you to listen to this and listen to how he talks about the different corridors that we've talked about here on the channel opening up for XRP. And then I'm going to show you something else. Listen to this.
Tokenized certification unit will be like what the container did for the shipping industry. Here's how this is all going to come together in the next 12 months. The research team has discovered that the Australian government is going to be partnering with XRP and Energy Web to sell tokenized carbon credits on an XRPL marketplace. Details are still coming in, but I have no reason to doubt it. Australia has been very vocal about its commitment to the new carbon economy, and and even have a carbon credit exchange already set up. Ripple has made a lot of progress setting itself up in the APAC region over the past year. So getting the Aussies linked up with crypto is well within their wheelhouse. XRP Global Takeover has moved out of phase 1 and is starting phase 2. That means that there is more explosive Ripple news that's going to be coming out, and even more explosive price action for XRP. Tokenized certification unit.
And there you have it. So there's more explosive information going to be coming out. And I agree with him, and he's right. There are going to be more and more corridors rolling out. Now, what I'm going to show you here is one man's estimation, and it is an estimation. But I think the reason I'm going to show you this 20-second clip here from this guy is because I want you to get a notion of and a reminder for those of us that already understand this, that the XRP ledger is a decentralized exchange for all the world's money. Listen to this gentleman break down about all the different pairings of the world that you're going to see because of these kinds of corridors opening everywhere over time.
So if you're an XRP holder, I've got some quick maths for you. We had the announcement of one ODL corridor from Japan to the Singapore, and it moved the XRP price about 10%. So there are 195 countries in the world. That means Japan can have another 194 corridors. And every other country in the world would have 194 corridors because they'd already be linked to Japan. That's why that's 195th. So if you go on the assumption that every corridor gains 10% for XRP's price, through volume or even speculation of volume or a mixture, it would be 194 corridors times by 195 countries, which would give us about a 37,800% gain for XRP's price, somewhere around that $10,000 price range. Just one for your thoughts.
Damn if it ain't. I have to tell you, that's pretty inspiring. And again, you know, he's just using a very, very loose estimated math here, obviously, and I want to temper all of that. But I think it speaks to the larger understanding of the market infrastructure that Ripple has been building for XRP to be a viable solution in remittance and what I believe ultimately could be back end for clearinghouses and things of that nature as well. And it really speaks to a larger plan, which is what I'm here for personally, not financial advice, but I'm here for 4 and 5 digit XRP. And I'm very excited about a $2 XRP, no doubt about it, and a new all-time high even. But I am here for the long haul, and the long haul could mean that we could end up somewhere like what Matthew Linai is saying as well. Shout out to him. And this is a digital SDR running on permission DLT, such as Quarter Hyperledger, but using a decentralized bridge token such as XRP is a possibility. And this is a paper that was written here, and it says special drawing rights in a new decentralized century. I'm not going to read each particular shot to you, but I am going to go to the last one here, and I will tell you it doesn't say Ripple or XRP in these documents or the full printout, which I did look at the PDF as well. But I'm going to give you the conclusion here that they are in the conclusion they say the evolution of permissionless DLT platforms such as blockchain technology offers domestic and international monetary policy two choices: disregard, regulate, and contain it so it maintains the status quo, or understand its intricacies and adapt existing practices. The thesis of this paper is the macroeconomic and political attitudes of today place IMF at a central point to enhance the special drawing right SDR into two-step process within a permission and permissionless DLT framework, shifting it closer to reserve currency status. Looking back at market charts of the music industry in the past 20 years indeed confirms the mishandling of peer-to-peer innovation may backfire. Only those who adapt lead the opportunity. They're pointing to what I've talked about a lot on this channel, is how the music industry was turned on its head in the early days of the internet because of file sharing, which was a fancy term for stealing music and intellectual property. And because they thumbed their nose at Napster and all other forms of digital file sharing, it has decentralized and watered down that industry to a place that is not even recognizable today. The banks and the analysts and consultants are using it as an analogy to remind the financial sector you do not want to be like the music industry. That's going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you check out link2.com. They are incredible. They have incredible products in the blockchain crypto space. And remember this important fact, they're not a broker. Link2 buys the products and they invest right alongside of you. So you're not just a transaction fee or a broker fee. And that is extremely important to me. That's going to do it for me. Make sure you check out all the links in the description box and the comment section, and I'll catch all of you on the next one.